This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Guys, the Cowboys head coach told me before the game. Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Red Raiders offense will have the ball first. Guys, the last time these two old foes met, it finished in a one-possession game.
And it's so much fun. There's so much hype. They don't like each other. The rivalry really, really matters. And, Jesse, when it's closer games, it's even more fun. Like the last throwdown they had. Expect more of that today.
Yeah, you just know this game is going to be emotional. And I think a big part of it is which of these two teams can handle that emotion. I agree. I think we're expecting this one to go right down to the wire, just like the last time these two teams played.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Lets it fly. He's got it down the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
He's got the first down. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
After those last two plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style of running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Sets his feet, it's Rivers. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose, it'll be 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants. Use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And the Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run him again. See some running room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. Rush is on. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Sellers. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Right side, it's Powell. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Left side is Slater. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Trying to move them on the counter. Stopped right there.
Well, just nothing doing on that. They were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football for them.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Trying to get the corner. He'll toss it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Tight end now in motion. Caught on the RPO. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field. Throwing right. Complete downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. A 1st down for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter.
drops back. It's Rivers. Rush right in his face. Lost, the defense is wide open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Red Raider! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Straight ahead, it's Sellers. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Cowboys in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Out wide right, it's Powell. Off and running. The tag. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands, right to him, and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is...
Hits the accelerator to the right. Inside the 30. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Got him on the RPO. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And he gets it away.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And the Cowboys will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, pressure's coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Red Raiders will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He turns like that, or why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Line gets set, first down. Might as well give it to him again. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Grab behind the line. It's Powell. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Oh, what a move. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Cowboys are in the hurry up. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Now from inside the red zone. Maybe got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. Deep in the end zone, it's Fernandez. Just line on the return before he stopped. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for running room. Oh, what a move to get open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break.
Well, I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
On target over the middle. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Setting up the screen. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to them. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of that.
Oh, and they blocked it! So an 82-yard drive there. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Running inside, it's Sellers. At the 35, he's open. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw one first. Under pressure. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 7 team, the Utah Utes. And it's the Utes on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Powell. Could not make his way to the corner.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Cowboys are facing 3rd and inches. Powers inside, putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off play action on first down. Out wide left, it's Slater. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And here they come, almost all the way back. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech will start the drive. The offense ready to go. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Right side, it's Fernandez. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. And the Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. How about that shot into the end zone? And he makes the grab for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Second down coming up. From the gun, it's Sellers. He'll be dropped.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The Cowboys are moving quickly down the field. The handoff as they run the counter play here. On the move is the 30. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Long way to go on second down. Wants to throw. It's Rivers. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hit as he throws. This time he's got it. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Fresh set of downs going up top. Good timing on the quick out. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. Give to the back. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. 2nd and long here. He's looking to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Working the ground game. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. It's all over but the shouting in this one. Top 12 teams in the country. This is the scoreboard, how things are going for those vying for a playoff spot. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Drives inside. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Still a one-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. From the gun. Sends it downfield. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. At the 45 on his way. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before. He's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Hands it off on the counter. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. There he goes down the right side. At the 20. He takes it in. with the extra point. The lead is a dozen here in the fourth.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And the Cowboys want to move quickly.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run. But that time they had them all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Stopped at the 46-yard line and just making a play and turning in the interception. Throws it off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown, Brett Raiders. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me. I'm going to tackle you. I'm going to let that clock tick because I am up and that clock is running out.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Pulls it in. It's Powell. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Hits inside. It's Irwin. He breaks a tackle.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third and long right here. Keeps it moving. It's Irwin. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended
and just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Left side, it's Slater. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The Cowboys headed quickly to the line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the intentional grounding call will... All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. A first down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use a timeout instead. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid... I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked.